Namaste, hello, my name is Jaishree, also known as Deborah Spielman, and I'm here today to talk about my India yoga retreat. A lot of people have been asking questions about it, like, is it for me? I'm having this feeling, this calling, and I'm wondering what a typical day is like, what is the day made up of, do we just do yoga, how is the food? So I just want to share with you a little bit. A typical day is, wow, well, India is a different planet, first of all. You wake up to the sounds of sacred birds, the ocean, music, kirtan spreads everywhere throughout India all the time. And we'll be staying in a beautiful hotel, which also has a temple inside of it. So it's called the Sea Palace Hotel or Jaishree Damodar Temple. And with our rooms, very nice setup. We have a pool. We're right there out on the ocean. And wow, you just feel incredibly different in India. Everything you see, smell, taste, all the sounds are unique and exquisite to this land where the saints walked. So if you want to wake up at 5 a.m. and go into the temple where they'll wake up the deities and they'll sing and do early morning ceremony puja, that's where I'll be. After that, we're going to take a walk on the beach, and then we're going to go up to the roof and do yoga as the sun rises and do exercises and connect. It's a really juicy communal experience. It's not your average yoga retreat. It's not in an average world. So after that, we'll take breakfast, probably down in the restaurant. We take breakfast in the morning. And then our day consists of connection, certainly going to temples in Jagannath Puri or visiting temples. We'll swim in the ocean. We'll swim in other oceans. We'll do spiritual shopping. It's always part of it, spiritual shopping. And we'll really get to know ourselves. And then at night, we return. We probably go to the arti, the evening ceremony in the temple, and then have dinner around 8 p.m. We eat devotee style on the floor, eating with our hands with all the other yogis there and teachers. There also are guest teachers that come. There's swamis there. We're going to have some really beautiful connection and time with some of these spiritual masters and teachers of the ancient Bhakti yoga tradition. It's pretty amazing. So I teach a unique blend of vinyasa flow that comes from my training with Prema Bhakti, which is a very young, grounded practice, really like soak in and soak out, rinsing detox vinyasa flow, with Shiva Ray, who's all about water. Jal, pani in Hindi is water, and it's called prana flow. Because I mix those two, what you end up with is kind of like a very vibrant, very flowing practice. And I find that maybe most of my classes, as people know me, are intermediate to advanced, but I also teach very, much more yin, feminine, internal practices. What happens in India is this. The group forms, and it's completely original and unique every year. And however we're feeling that day is how we're going to practice. I mean, you have to get real when you're in India. Some days you want to rest, some days you want to pack it in and really pump it up. So it will be transformational, that's for sure. But some practices will be much slower, much more restful, especially at the beginning of the retreat and maybe towards the end of the retreat. And then in the middle, they'll be more like getting more into whatever it is we want to work on. But I have never had anyone not get what they need when they're on this retreat from the yoga classes. India, as I said, is a different world. It's a different planet, and that's because everyone in India is living from a spiritual place. They are, of course, in their material world, and they have to make money and they do business. Everyone talks really fast, and it sometimes can seem abrasive for people, but you'll realize that everyone is so loving, and they're coming from such a much purer heart because they live where, again, these incredible personalities lived and taught for thousands of years. And the water is purifying, the air can be purifying, the people in themselves and the animals are purifying just by being with them and connecting. So we don't go there to be tourists. I have relationships for years with these people, and they see us and are grateful for us being there. The one thing is that when we're in temples, we need to kind of be a little covered up on the top, so we're not trying to disturb what's called the brahmacharis, the spiritual devotees who are really there focusing on their spiritual life. In the Western countries, we're really open about sexuality. We're very like sexy and out there and all that. But there's a way to bring that inside when you're, of course, visiting a new place and working in the confines of that culture. And all that really means is just being open, being who you are, being who I am, but like maybe covering up in the temples. Otherwise, we're on the beach, we're doing our yoga, we're feeling really good and shopping and having chai with our neighbors. They'll always invite us into the stores. They love us being there. And that's pretty much it. The average size of this yoga retreat is anywhere from 6 to 15 people. In reality, we are able to have 40 people come on this retreat. And I'll be honest, I think maybe in the future, it's probably going to build up to that. I have been leading retreats for 7 years, and I've done them in the US and I've done them in Mexico. And I can tell you that each retreat has its own life, its own personality, its own mood. And even if the group is small, great, but that doesn't make it more intimate than a larger group. That's the amazing thing. So I'm happy if it's 6 people, I'm happy if it's going to be 40 people. The difference is I might have to have more assistants, and that's just some more people taking care of us than the assistant I bring now. So I'm really open to that, and I trust and hope that the participants who maybe have not been in bigger groups before are open to that as well, because friendships and relationships form no matter how big the group is. Yeah, you go to my website, jaishreeyoga.com. It's spelled JAISHREEYOGA.com. There's all my programs on this website, but if you go to the retreats page up on the top, press on that button, it will give you all the information. You can sign up as an early bird and get a discount, or you can just sign up in full. I have lots of meetings, and if I don't have them with you personally because you're coming from out of the country or farther away, I can do them with you via Skype or phone. I tell you all the information you want to know about traveling, your visa, your passport, your health, your medications. You don't need any shots for India, but it's something I like to talk about because I'm a little obsessed with health. And then you just get in touch with me, and I'll get in touch with you, and we'll connect on how to make it happen. I'm just extremely happy to be able to do this as a service. It's my life's work, and the vibrant experience of going to another world is completely transformational. Everyone who goes on this retreat, their lives change, and they are brought to a place of tremendous awakening about who they really are, besides their job, besides their name, and their everyday everything. They don't have to change their life, but they want to be more inspired, and that's what these retreats are about. So I hope you'll come with me. We have such a good time. It pretty much rocks your world, and it rocks my world. And I humbly thank you for watching today.